I'm talking about everybody. Okay.
All performing.
And I don't really need to aim like that, I don't feel like. It kind of does the work by itself. No, this is the security chief. Who the fuck is Higgins? Oh, the dude who's working on the fucking module. That's Higgins, the fucking weirdo.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the
It's
spacer's
Spacer's
choice.
choice.
Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting
Right, yeah. Right.
confirmation.
Can I have more than one? I guess it doesn't. Technically, what's this? Mario copy Young Spacer's Guide, Mechanicals Volume 3. I need something to read down in the pit. C. Higgins. Everybody's just taking that guy's fucking books, huh? Corporate just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all our mechanicals. Every century in drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to the Spacer Choice mission of being cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to firmly express how grateful I am to be part of Spacer Choice family. Spacer's Choice family. In the Spacer Choice family is the leading brand in the affordable. Okay, just Higgins again. Repair bay mechanical. I'll just finish a routine maintenance on all the mechanical centuries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I've had some time to run diagnostics, so I don't know what's been modified. Haven't had the time. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. The company went through the trouble to refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. Guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it, said the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a bit of seething on my own self, got my hands on the logic module, time to do a little experimentation. So C. Higgins knows something was up. And then that one girl, probably chief security's like, nah, bro, stop. And Higgins like, nah, man, something going on. Grab one of them still. Then after that, she locked it away. What the fuck is this? I don't know what that did. Yo, C. Higgins, where are you? Aren't you in the pit? Isn't that what you called it, the pit? That down there must be the pit. This whole thing is the pit.
Not real. You're not real.
Higgins. What the fuck?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before.
Phantom.
I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
I think you are.
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
I don't think you did.
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
I don't even know what happened.
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Oh, before. Definitely before. Sissy Pig Tycoonery was the apex of my long and storied career.
Okay.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering.
Yeah,
There's a
just a
behavior
little bit,
control
just a little
terminal
bit.
in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started.
Yeah, I know that.
Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Goodbye. Chester Higgins. You have a good day. Right here. A modified behavior. Select new mode. New target mode. Define intruders. Yeah.
Returning to patrol mode.
Yeah. A bolter gun. Man, I could be Bruno. Max control zones next to access report. Emerald Veil gun operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed to Edgewater Saltuna Cannery Botanical Library. Warning: structural damage detected. Please notify your designated. Please notify your designated supervisor. Error function may override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches.
Hold on. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
I don't know.
Huh? Blast.
The veil gets fucked over, or how those people get fucked over get eaten. I provide. Thank you, man.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you understand what you're about to do?
Yeah.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's Plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
You're fucking right. I see your point.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family.
Let's get the
In
happy
Mr.
part out.
Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to
Ah,
say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
she's actually making a lot of sense. Fuck. I wonder how many people got persuaded by her at the end of the game, at the end of this mission. Probably a lot. I think some people didn't bring her along, so. Yeah.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Yeah, he had a crush on you.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
What are you calling a snake?
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over.
I never
and
went to go
everything
find
left
that
to do is
one,
go
like,
back
one
to
daughter,
Edgewater.
the one girl.
This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Maybe.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done?
Probably.
Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses.
Okay.
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients. Edgewater's cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Oh my god, you're disgusting.
What do you think you're doing?
I'll put it back.
Do what you want, I guess.
I was just leaving. I gotta go talk to those people, try to convince them to go back home. I don't think they'll take it that well.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi, hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Fella.
I've seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
No, I am.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
I'll say some bullshit.
Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Pretty sure I got 2 of them.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Well, don't keep me in suspense. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
It is.
2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart.
4 quarters.
Almost forgot your
I'm the
pay.
richest nigga in the world.
Sure. I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her. You know where to find me.
What about... Oh, I never found your friend. Before I even try to convince her to leave, I'm gonna try to go find that girl she's talking about.
Okay, gone quiet.
Before I even try to convince her ass, she's like, fuck you talking about? I'm not hanging out with you. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuit and gloves. Yes, ma'ams. And would like another's. I don't know why I'm writing this down for prosperity's sake, but I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate that veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick, everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick. I grabbed a little too much adrenaline. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happens to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps. Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenaline and suddenly you're committing larceny? Larceny? Just stealing shit, huh? Another joke. Good news, I'm alive, starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in the wild biome, living out in the old biomechanical labs. They found a way to grow some food or something that passes for food. Anyway, Jordan Eldeline, can't keep, I don't fucking remember her name. Or boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day, or for my symptoms. I suppose tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. These labs are just enough power to run on an ether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Mass, mass marketeer, and what would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. Don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a Scraid, Marauders, a band of bandits. Well, wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? Formidable 1400 hooligans, featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen? Did she go to set her life as being a Marauder Queen? Well, today's the day. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talking about Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free spirit living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by light of barrel fires, probably mounted on the heads of their enemies and spikes as warning folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adeline's food, and I've got some spare cans of saltuna. It should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everyone loves adrenatime. Even Marauders, right? I got odds these Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is going to be great. Looking out, Terra 2 Bandit Queen Zoe's original story has begun. I'm going to a whole gang of Marauders as at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rios. She's going to be a Marauder Queen. I might just skip all of that fucking reading because I can't read very well. How would I get that guy to come at me, right? Then he blows himself up. We did it. No, I did it. Zoe Chandler, need to speak. Miss Marauder Queen.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
What is wrong with you?
What? You mean Adelaide's little
Adelaide,
congregation
okay.
of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose.
Mass marketeer.
Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to. I'm great at clarifying.
Nah, I know why you left camp. You wanted to be a Marauder Queen. Tell you that I found Zoe.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild Canids, on the other hand.
Yeah.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble.
Don't pay
Let
me.
me know if I can do something. The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Yeah, what's the name said that last time? Tommy told me the same thing.
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears grinding workers down to dust. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed. Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Yeah. You'll be here. I need to convince his ass to step down.
I trust Adelaide's people
I
have
was
seen
gonna
their way
skip.
to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town. I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave.
I don't have to kill you,
I'm
man.
a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Cap.
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanist couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of him and shut down the greenhouse.
Yeah, but she's doing it.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ending. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Yeah. Take care, man. Now go tell Adelaide that you're leaving.
Look at that. The snake's come back. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point.
Yeah.
Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Ain't nothing else to say to you. She gave me her watch. Keep that bitch. What are you talking about?
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
No.
Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town.
He's not there
Something
anymore.
must have changed in Edgewater. Adelaide's good as family. If she's going back, so are we.
Talk to you also.
Never liked Reed much.
Oh, so you already know. Well then, our work is almost done. My work is done. The first volume, I don't need to say that. You found the third mentioned volume A, Young Speaker's Guide to Mechanical Engineering, when she was working in chefs at the cannery. Yeah. I had to go back to the other place anyway. Once I get this dude the book and I find the last other book that got that book, I'm in this video. So much going on, so little time.
Have you rations yet?
Yo, I found the book.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow. I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter?
Yeah.
I am somewhat taken aback by that. Given the heat between her and Mr. Thompson, what deal did you strike with her, I wonder? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French.
Hey,
It's
language.
a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Whoa.
There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers.
Learn some
I
fucking
became
French
so
then.
desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Sure.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back.
You can keep the
I'm
camera.
pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Fantastic. I promise you won't regret this.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Miss Holden. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. It is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your crew vicar, Captain.
Captain. I'm Captain.
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town with us. With Reed gone, we're gonna need her leadership. No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The last one.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself.
Maybe.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Miss Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
Miss.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Anyway, I kind of like this book. Playing this game for a long time. I want to go do something else. Misclick. Anyway, man. This is Outer Worlds. Maybe part 1. Not part 1. I know it's not part 1. Maybe part 3. Maybe part 2. I'm going to cut out. I'm going to cut this whole part out. Anyway, everybody. That's it. That's the end. Tired. Also kind of a little bit bored. Next episode, we're going to get off the planet.
So what's the
Because we
plan?
finally got the thing. The plan is we're about to get off the planet next episode. That's the plan. Alright? Here's my outro. Hey man, if you like the video, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.